Because there was only one wing, one U section, wasn't it, that was used?
I remember two buildings. I
Two
remember the one where we were held.
Two.
The other one, which was sort of a gym, where you went to.
Okay, so if you look at me, so can you tell me actually what happened that time long ago?
Well, I arrived in Bolzaneto after the raid in the Diaz school. It was very late at night, and in the raid of the Diaz school I saw a lot of violence around me. I was also beaten, and so they took us in vans, in police vans, to this place, to the barracks of Bolzaneto. We didn't know what was about to expect us. We spent 2 nights there, which you cannot really call nights because we were not able to sleep. The first night we were kept standing up with our feet and our hands spread apart, and whoever did not keep the position would be beaten into place. The carabinieri, or the policeman, would sneer from outside. They would look in at us and make fun of us. And then, as if it was 2 nights, but it was not really clear because we didn't sleep, so we didn't know what was really day or night. We went through all the procedures of getting our fingerprints, our IDs, and having a medical examination. But everything took place in a way that you did not know what to expect. You knew for sure that you were off limits, that it was no use asking to see someone or asking the reason for your stay there. We did not get anything to eat. We felt totally at their mercy. And
so can you just briefly, describe coming in the van, and then when they drove in the van, you got out of the van. Just go through the process, just from your memory.
We arrived in Bolzaneto and it was very, very late. It was night. The only thing there were a few policemen in front of us, people who had arrived there before, and you could see that the procedure was sort of people would get taken out of the van, and they would have to stand against the wall, and there were very big lights that would be shining on them, and everybody would be looking at you at that moment, and there were policemen making fun, talking. We had to wait in the van until it was our turn with our hands above our head. In that moment I remember I was trembling because I didn't know what was about to happen to me. And then they just looked through me and to see if I had something. They took everything away, my money, my passport, whatever I had with me, they took. And then we went into the cells. In the cells we just stayed for hours with standing up. The next day, as I told you, because we didn't sleep, we lost a bit track of time. I remember that going to the bathroom was a terrible procedure because they would stand on both sides of the wall, and they would take you to the toilet with your head at knee height. So it was a very humiliating position to walk in anyway, and they would beat you by passing through, or they would. In my case, I remember they were like sneering at the policewoman, telling her, "Yeah, come, treat her the way she should be treated." That kind of jokes. And then medical examination, which was also a terrible procedure for most of us. And then just waiting till they drove us away to the prisons.
So you saw sort of bloodstains and other people being treated really badly. Could you comment?
Yes, I saw. There were bloodstains on the floor and on the walls. The women got treated a bit better in our case. They were able to sit down, but the men had to spend both nights standing up, and if they would not accept the position, they would be beaten into position again. A young boy appeared, who came with us, and he appeared naked, only in a little, like a medical suit, and he had been like been gassed with some kind of something. Yes, these are some of the things I saw personally.
And how has it left you feeling?
You really do all the typical questions. Well, a long time has passed since then, and these images have been superposed by other images and by the trial and by other injustices. I have learned Italian. Yeah, mixed. Yes, my relationship with the police authority will never be the same again. It was never too good, but now it's something that is instinctive. Oh, my reactions are never quite. I never know how I will react. But
so now you're back here, looking at the place where you were imprisoned. You know, how does it affect you?
I thought the way here was, I have never been here. I had never seen it from here. I remember that you could take this image of the barrack, so it's quite distant. I was telling Simon before that the way here was much worse. I think I remember how it felt to be in that van and not know where what they were taking you to. And after what we had seen in the school, which was so violent, it was clear that we could expect anything, and this was the most terrible thing that we had seen. We had seen them beat us up. We had seen blood all over, and it was clear that I did not have any rights anymore. That I had to get through it somehow, but they could do whatever they wanted, and this is how it felt. Like you had to survive.
So now they're actually going to prison. How do you feel about that?
Oh no, they're not going to prison.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know what will happen today. And anyway, we're talking, except for the doctor, who I hope really goes to prison and never gets to exercise in his life. But the rest of the policemen, they were just unfortunate enough to be recognized. The problem is that they are accused on singular abuses, while for everybody that's been to Bolzaneto, it's clear that this was a generalized police strategy. This was not one policeman getting out of hand, but it was in general a police strategy.
So why do you think they were so violent?
I think this is the way that they thought they had to deal with us. They had dealt with the demonstrators all day long in the same fashion. They are fascists, and they thought they had the city of Genova to defend, and that they knew that this was what was expected of them. Yes, it was not one aggressive policeman. It was the whole structure, the whole police structure that was acting in the same way.
And do you think the Italian police are still like this?
Definitely, yes.
Could you put the question in the answer?
Well, I mean, the thing that worries me most is that I think that this treatment I received here is not an exceptional thing. I think especially migrants have to go through the same thing I went here. For us, it was nearly something exceptional that we've had the chance to have a trial, that we've had a chance. But I think this is regular, everyday business for. And afterwards, they go on peace missions to Iraq to tell the Iraq policemen how they should treat their prisoners. No.
Okay. Can we do some play acting? Can you just point at buildings and just just pretend you're giving a tour?
Yes. that one over there, for example.
Yep,
The entry
great.
is the one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just point at another one. Just
So, little. Oh, it's good I have my fingers. Fingernails painted. It's over there.